You want a bank that puts customers first? Here at New Brit Bank, that's exactly what we do.
No, let me speak. Blimey, that's the longest I've let a woman speak for without saying, OK, love, the men are talking. I must be going soft. Yes, Nigel Farage is starting a bank. Why? Well, because, lo and behold, the Ramona Gestapo have finally got to me. My highly exclusive Coots account was closed quicker than a nun's legs at the rugby club. I was just minding my own business, lobbing rocks at a boat full of migrants, and after hitting 3 of the twerps, I went to the local British Legion for a well-earned pint and buttock chaser. But when I came to pay, something terrible happened. Oh, yes. My card was declined. No explanation, nothing. Just like when the wife left. I've been ostracised because of who I am, what I stand for, and the fact that I tried to deposit a Greggs wrapper instead of actual money. It's an establishment stitch-up. If we don't do something now, I may be forced to consider a fate worse than death itself. Moving to France. But I always fight for what's right. I'm the Rosa Parks for the white man. So, this is my own bank, and I'm doing things my way. It'll have local branches, cashiers with low-cut tops, ashtrays on the counters, and common-sense rules like no one with a foreign name. And if women want an account, they need written permission from either a nearby man or a serious-looking dog.
So apply online now for more information about Brit Bank.
OK, love, the men are talking. Hooray! Big Nigel's got his mojo back.
You're listening to the Jeremy Vine Show. And that was Toto with Rosanna. Lost my virginity to that one in a tennis court, midnight. Wow. You never can have too much information on this show.
Hello and welcome to This Morning with me, Holly Willoughby. And to all the people who have sent me lovely messages after I asked if you're okay the other day. It was a rhetorical question and I don't really care. Joining me is Alison Hammond.
Maybe if I laugh loud enough, it will drown out the echoes from the shadowy system of sexual power plays we've been propping up.
Now, we know a lot of you are disappointed with how the last few weeks have played out, but we want to assure you that things are changing. We're bringing in a new presenter to help us get away from all the lying, backstabbing, and treachery. Oh, well...
Absolutely. I can't stop. Is this a condition?
Thanks for helping to steer us away from all the drama. I was just saying, you know, it was a bit...
You're listening to Tweet of the Day just before 6 a.m, which makes you either a new parent or an old man with a dicky prostate. Today we're up early to listen to a unique sound. A loud, panicked, cacophonous wailing. Yes, that's 1,000 human beings opening their Morning Post to see their new mortgage rates.
This is Today with Emma Barnett and Nick Robinson.
The headlines.
A UK ticket holder has won the Euro Millions jackpot, instantly catapulting them into an elite group of people still able to pay their mortgage.
Yes, the Bank of England raised interest rates by 0.5%, meaning the average mortgage bill rising from to bloody hell, how much? Moneybox presenter Paul Lewis joins us now.
Yes, well, this has been in the pipeline, and I'm sure many of my listeners have been preparing for this, as have I.
And how have you been preparing for this?
Well, I've been subtly adjusting my DNA week after week until I evolve into a vole. Now I can leave my expensive house and live in a tiny hole on the riverbank with my friends Toad and Badger.
Meanwhile, in America, Biden gave this statement.
And I know I'm his dad, but when I heard this news, I couldn't believe it. Illegally possessing guns? You mean there are actually guns in America you aren't allowed to own? Wow, mind blown. Hunter says he was high on drugs at the time, but he's now in the 12-step program, which is 9 more than I can manage without needing a nap.
With the Middle East plunged into conflict and the world teetering on the brink of World War III, who else would we be crossing to but the BBC's chief misery correspondent, Lise Doucette?
It's wonderful to be with you, Nick. War hasn't had a day off since January and was feeling totally burnt out. Famine is working flat out in Gaza, death's at his own door. Well, Nick, it's an endless cavalcade of despair, of thwarted lives lived in excruciating pain, of misery heaped upon misery, and all is putrid and rotten.
And in sport, Andy Murray says there were positives to take from his meek first-round exit at Queen's.
Yes, I'm really delighted. Because I didn't have to stand in the sun for 2 weeks. You see my complexion, I'd have been a human frazzle by Wednesday.
Thanks for listening. Have a great day.
You're listening to Wednesday's episode of The Archers from BBC Radio 4.
Evening, Clary. What'll it be tonight?
Just came in to check if Eddie left his hat here last night.
We usually keep lost property in the stockroom. If you want to check back there.
All right, Babs. Mine's a triple vodka coke.
Oh, Jack Grealish, what are you doing here?
It's been a mad one, I'm not gonna lie. One minute I'm on an open-top bus parade through the city, and next thing I'm in a stockroom drinking this delicious spiced rum.
That silly bang!
Welcome to Newsnight. I'm Kirsty Wark. Padam, padam, I know you want to take me home. Padam, and take off all my clothes. Padam, padam, when your heart goes padam. More on that story later. In theaters this summer, one of the most anticipated movies of the year. Yes, it's Barbie.
What a lovely day. Now, what shall I wear? Something for the beach, I think.
Are those legs fully posable?
You don't look like a Ken doll at all. Are you some kind of factory reject?
I heard this was the land of fantasy where the normal rules of reality do not apply. There's a party every night and endless busty blondes. You can never get pregnant. My kind of place. Which is exactly why I'm running to be Prime Minister of Barbieland.
Not so fast, buddy boy.
What the?
You're in trouble now. That's Ken.
That's right, Sir Ken Starmer. And I'm PM of Barbieland.
Here, what in the name of Penny Mordaunt are you doing here?
Well, it turns out I'm directly descended from a Ken doll. That's why I have immaculate hair, possess all the charisma of a polypropylene figure, and have a smooth mound where my genitalia should be.
Sir Ken's a total dreamboat. No Barbie can resist his awkward voice box and rigid body movements.
This is too much fantasy, even for Bother to handle. Time to return to Blighty, where I believe I will soon be swept back to power on a wave of popular acclaim.
And people think I'm a dumb blonde.
Welcome to Wimbledon. I'm Claire Balding. The only way I could be happier to be here is if the tennis was being played by horses.
BBC Radio 4. It's the Radio 4 appeal with Dame Judi Dench.
Hello. It's a difficult month for many people. Like Steve. Steve has spent the whole of June staring at rainbow flags saying, why don't we have a month celebrating straight people? He's been saying it on the web forums and on Twitter. He's been saying it in his pub and in the office. But now he's got nothing to do. He's just staring at the wall in his living room. You can help Steve and others like him stay furious. Just £10 would help us to hire a 7-foot drag queen round to his house. Just £20 would send Steve to a musical every night, where he would be showered with glitter and dragged on stage by the cast of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Give £100, and we guarantee that Steve will wake up in Vegas with a large man called Daisy. And when he lands back in the UK, Steve will insist on being referred to by his drag queen name, Tequila Mockingbird. Please give generously. Keeping a little squirt like Steve annoyed is for life, not just for Pride Month. Now, grit your teeth for our new look weather forecast, where a grey-brown Britain wallows in its own water like a turd that won't flush. In Scotland is a tiny haze on the horizon beneath a sign saying, "Here be Alkies." So it's over now to Helen Willits, the weather presenter with expressions too big for her face.
Yes, well, actually, Fiona, we have responded to viewer complaints and restored Scotland to its former size. In fact, we've made it 25% bigger just to put a stop to all the shouty, incoherent phone calls.
What about Welsh complaints that your map shows Wales is right next to England?
That's where Wales is.
That's a bit of a pre-devolution attitude, isn't it? Are you saying that the Welsh public's concerns don't matter?
No, whatever they want.
Also, the Cornish have complained that they're shown as a peninsula way out on the left-hand side, when they feel themselves to be very much at the heart of modern Britain.
Fine!
And Isle of Wight says that their dull and static representation doesn't reflect the modern reality of the Isle of Wight as an isle that's really going places.
I can fix that.
That's more like it.
I'm going to have to stop now, Fiona. My face is hurting.
OK, but first, Helen, tell us what the weather's looking like over the weekend.
Crap.
Welcome to Love Island. Yes, we're back, and with a sizzling lineup of red-hot beach bunnies, they're gonna get your pulses racing.
My name's Jess. I'm a beautician. Good teeth are a mega thing with me. I'm looking for a nice, pretty boy.
I'm Michael. I'm a business consultant, and I'm looking for a girl with great banter.
I'm Therese Coffey, and I'm looking for a beach that's not full of shit. Not having turds floating on the water are a mega thing with me.
I think I'm going to be the party girl of the island.
I'm going to tell loads of jokes and make everyone laugh.
I'm going to make everyone eat turnips.
Love Island. You may not like the show, but it could be your only glimpse of a clean beach all summer.
Oh my God, there's a turd floating in the water!
Sorry about that. Turnips go right through me.
You're listening to Rylan. The only man whose teeth are white enough to blind you through the radio. Right, I'm delighted to be joined via satellite by Adele. Hello, babes. You good?
Oh, I'm good, babes. You?
Now, Adele, my love.
Yeah.
What's this I'm hearing about you suffering from something called SAD?
Yeah, it's no laughing matter, really, which is good because my laugh sounds like two foxes rotting outside your window at 3 a.m. But I have seasonal affective disorder, so I get depressed in winter.
Oh, no, my love. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, nah, well, it's okay, because what does Adele do when she's depressed? She writes platinum-selling songs. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I got a new album of heartfelt ballads, all about drizzle.
You are brilliant, babe.
Oh, bless you, babes. Laters, all right? Laters,
Laters,
babe.
babe.
Oh, laters, babe.
Laters, babe.
Love ya.
Love you too, darling.
Oh, bless
Love you.
you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
It was a beautiful morning in Greendale, and Pat arrived at the post office to pick up his sack of deliveries. Oh, hello there, Mrs. Goggins, said Pat. How nice to see you again. You're finally out of prison then?
Yes, I've been exonerated. It turns out it was the Fujitsu Horizon software all along,
said Mrs. Goggins. Well, all's well that ends well, smiled Pat.
Well, not quite. I had to sell my house and move to avoid excrement being shoveled through my letterbox.
Sounds a bit of a bother, laughed Pat.
Ah, well,
said Mrs. Goggins.
At least I'll be getting some compensation for my trouble, though I don't know quite when.
Well, the post office has put one of their top workers in charge of it, said Pat. I'm sure Jess the cat will get to your claim eventually. Isn't that right, Jess?
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, Commander of the Armies of the North, General of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true Emperor Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife.
I don't care who you are. You'll have to find a different venue.
But I specifically booked Co-op Live.
We're Britain's newest and biggest venue, Manchester's Co-op Live. With a seating capacity of 23,500 or zero until the air conditioning units stop falling off the ceiling, here's just some of the chart-topping artists you won't be seeing in the coming months. Taylor Swift.
When I heard that air conditioning unit had split up from the ceiling, I just wanted to reach out to it and say, no matter how bad you feel right now, aircon unit, there will be other ceilings. And having read how trashy the venue is, I am certain you and that ceiling are never, ever getting back together.
Rita Ora.
Well, my outfit for this week's Met Ball was a homage to the Co-op Live Arena. It cost stupid amounts of money and showed so much of my arse, everyone assumed it wasn't finished.
Indie chart topper Grimes.
I was married to Elon Musk, and I let him call our children X45TY and H89DF, and yet somehow this place is a bigger disaster than that.
But it's not all doom and gloom. Who will you be seeing on stage at the Co-op Arena during May?
You'll be seeing me, Steve. I'm an electrician. Paddy here is a carpenter, and Alexia here is a joiner.
Hello.
This week, leaders of the G7 countries have been meeting. Let's find out the latest from the BBC's political editor, Chris Mason. Chris, what can you tell us?
Well, that's a good question, Clive, and it's a question that's difficult to answer, as are all questions when put to me, as I tend to answer every question with another question, which begs the question, do we ever get nearer to the answers? Or do we?
So you can't tell us anything about the G7 summit despite having been there this week?
That's the question on everybody's lips here in Canada, Clive.
Well, in other political news, Chris, there are reports that senior bosses here at the BBC are drawing up a plan to make news content more reform voter friendly. What can you tell us about that?
What can I tell you about that?
That is my question.
And you'd like me to answer it?
If at all possible.
Well, as you know, Clive, for a century, the BBC has had a reputation for always being totally and utterly impartial in a way that slightly favours the Tories.
Well, at last, an answer without a question.
The question is, though, is pandering to reform just one of those crazy ideas they have upstairs? Could it become a reality? My question to you, Clive, is what do you think?
Well, I think we shall continue to remain a bastion of impartiality. Chris Mason there. Let's get the weather now with Lee Anderson.
Thanks, Clive. Now, all this lefty sunshine means it's easier for immigrants to get across the channel in their woke boats to invade the country. And I, for one, am sick to bloody death of it.
And we're back. And have any of you noticed that you're slowly decaying? And one day will die. I'll be discussing that and all things Play School later with Floella Benjamin. But first, the Labour leader Keir Starmer has revealed his 6 pledges to fix Britain. He joins me now through the round window.
Yeah, hi, Jeremy. Look.
You've given us 6 pledges to fix Britain. But can the voters really trust you, Keir? After all, you've dropped 16 policies since you came to office.
Really? I thought it was much more than that.
1. Cut NHS waiting lists with money by going after the super-rich tax avoiders. But what if the super-rich just find somewhere else to hide their money?
Would they really do that?
Next, establish Great British Energy, a publicly owned clean energy company. You're promising tough spending rules to deliver economic stability. Can that really be achieved?
No, gone.
Upping penalties for offenders.
Gone.
And recruit more teachers funded by ending tax breaks for private schools.
We should have already crossed that one out. Angela's decided to send her kids to Eton now that she made a killing on the property market.
You've abandoned every pledge. You're like an empty plastic bag being blown in the wind. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, thank you.
You're listening to PM with me, Evan Davies. A new study has shown that the weight loss drug Ozempic could have wide-ranging health benefits. Joining us in the studio now is one Ozempic user. Mr. Blobby, you've seen radical changes after taking the drug. The only word for you is absolutely ripped. Now, how has your rapid weight loss affected your life?
Well, because my weight loss was so rapid, I've ended up with, ironically enough, a crinkly bottom. You're back with Today. A revolutionary new drug has been hailed as a turning point in the fight against Alzheimer's disease. We're joined on the line by one of the participants in the recent clinical trials.
Sharon, can you shut those bloody dogs up? I'm trying to talk to the BBC.
Ozzy Osbourne, I didn't know you were involved.
Me neither. I just heard the words drug trials and volunteered. The next thing I know, I remember everything from the 70s. The sold-out gigs, the bacchanalian parties. I'm a changed man.
So you'll be continuing to take the drug?
Well, I bollocks. With memories like mine, it's best to forget. I'll bit the head off a bat. Whack me on the head, will you, Sharon? I've got some forgetting to do.
Now, as mortgage rates have gone up again and the cost of living crisis continues to cause anxiety for many, we have now... What?
Fear not, for I have arrived.
Martin Lewis, what are you doing here?
I appear anytime someone says cost, living or crisis. It's only 8:30 and already today I've done Good Morning Britain, BBC Breakfast, 5 Live, The Martin Lewis Money Show, The Martin Lewis Podcast, and Martin Lewis opens his window and shouts, "Look, there's a fiver on the pavement!"
What, is there a fiver on the pavement?
Not anymore, too late, you missed it. But the important thing is, I am here to help, do not panic.
Could you just speak a bit quieter?
You need to listen to me. Here's what you are going to do. You take out a 0% interest card. You put the money from that into a high interest saver. You put the interest into an account with cashback. Then you switch that and get a switching fee. You put the fee into the high interest. You put the high interest back into the cashback. You switch the cashback fee into the interest into cashback, round and round and round until boom! You've retired early. Doesn't that sound relaxing?
I actually feel a lot more anxious than when you arrived.
I don't have time to listen to responses. I've got to get back out there. I'm booked on Channel 5, Channel 4, Radio 4 Extra and Radio 1. Big up your nectar points, brap.
Hang on, is that a jetpack?
You're darn tootin' it is. It's double club card points on aviation fuel all weekend. Martin has left the building. Stop everything. You must have said cost, living or crisis.
But it was talking about Donald Trump.
I don't make the rules, Kay, but I can help you, so do not panic.
About what?
About all the savings that you are missing out on. You claim the money for that lovely suit back from your employer. You take that money, put it in a high-interest saver. You take the interest, put it in a cashback account. Take the cash, put it in the saver. Take the interest, put it in the cashback. Take the cashback, put it in the saver. Round and round and round, and boom!
Oh, is that a jet ski?
Sure is. 50% off at B&Q. Martin Lewis away.
Hello, welcome to The One Show. When you were young, did you ever think it would come to this?
Oh, welcome to Sort Your Life Out with me, Stacey Solomon. I'm like Marie Kondo, but not so up herself. Oh no, that was naughty. Oh, this is the show where I help people declutter their chaotic homes. Today we've come to America, and I've really got my work cut out with this house. Oh my God, what a mess.
What are you doing in my toilet?
Oh. And is all this stuff yours? Oh my God.
Completely mine. I have every right to hoard all these boxes, and they're full of state secrets.
Oh. It's just, you know, feels like you're not emotionally ready to let go of your past.
It's not as messy as it looks. I've already divided everything into 3 neat piles.
Oh my God, that's what I do. What are we like?
All the secrets in here I'm gonna keep. All the ones in the storeroom I'm throwing in the trash. And all the secrets in the ballroom I'm giving to Putin.
This is the BBC News. All this week, allegations made against the BBC have forced the BBC to demonstrate how seriously the BBC takes holding the BBC to account. The BBC made a special report about the BBC by the BBC into the BBC complaints against the BBC from outside the BBC, which was shown on the BBC.